A heartwarming story of a strong ostrich on the grassland. To the east of the grassland lived a tall ostrich, which everyone called Zhuang. He has a pair of long legs as strong as pillars and runs faster than a pony. His body is covered with soft, greyish-brown feathers, as if he were wearing a warm, big coat. What's most special about him is his long neck. When he looks up, he can see far away the small animals on the grassland. At first, they were all afraid of his big size. But later they found out that Zhuang is a very warm-hearted big friend. That early morning, Zhuang was looking for tender grass on the grassland when suddenly he heard the anxious chirping sounds. It was the chirping of a little sparrow. Its nest had been blown to the middle of a tree branch by the strong wind last night, and there were still featherless baby birds inside. Chirping was walking round the big tree but couldn't reach the nest. Zhuang hurried over, bent down his long legs, and let Juju climb onto his back. "Don't worry, I'll help you send the bird's nest back." He slowly straightened his body, his long neck just reaching the tree branch, and carefully pushed the bird's nest back to its original position with his beak. Shushu waved her wings at Zhuang and said, "Thank you, Zhuang. Your back is more stable than a big tree, and your neck is longer than a ladder." In the morning, as the sun gradually rose higher, Guogo, a little fox on the grassland, was looking for its mother when it accidentally fell into a shallow pit. The pit wall was too steep for it to climb up, no matter how hard it tried. It was so anxious that it kept wagging its tail. When Zhuang passed by, he heard Guogo's cries and rushed over it. He stuck his long neck into the pit and let Guogo grasp his feathers. "Hold on tight, I'll pull you up." Guogo hugged Guang's neck tightly. Guang lifted it gently and pulled it back to the ground. Guangguo rubbed against Guang and placed a sweet berry she had found in front of him, saying, Guang, this is for you to eat. Thank you for saving me." At noon, a strong wind suddenly blew on the grassland, and the sand and dust made it impossible for the little animals to open their eyes. The little rabbit, Tiao, who had just been playing on the grassland, got lost in the wind and huddled beside a rock, shivering. Duangyuan hurried over, spread his big wings like two warm umbrellas, and protected Tiao under his wings. "Tiao, don't be afraid. When the wind stops, I'll help you find your mum." Tiao hid under the soft feathers. Not a bit of wind or sand blew, and comfortably rubbed against Zhuang's feathers. "Zhuang, your wings are warmer than my little nest." In the afternoon, when Zhuang and Tao were looking for their mother, they suddenly noticed a group of little antelopes running frantically in the distance. It turned out to be little lions on the grassland, chasing them. Zhuang quickly asked Tiao to hide behind him, then stretched his neck and shouted at the little antelopes, "Run this way quickly, I'll shield you." He spread his wings like a small feather wall. The little lion, seeing his big and strong figure, hesitated for a moment, and then turned and ran away. The little antelopes nodded at Zhuang and invited him to eat the tenderest grass on the grassland together. In the evening, the setting sun dyed the grassland an orange. Zhuangguang was sitting on the earthen slope of the grassland, surrounded by Shushu, Guoguo, Tiao Tiao, and a few little antelopes. They were sharing sweet berries and tender grass together. Duanga Shuang chewed on the green grass, looking at the smiling faces of his friends. His long neck swayed gently, and his heart felt warm. Suddenly, he felt that his big stature and long legs were not only for running and finding food, but also could help everyone save birds, pull little foxes, shield against sandstorms, and protect little antelopes. It was much happier than running alone on the grassland. It turns out that even a tall ostrich can, with its own enthusiasm and skills, become a little sun on the grassland, bringing safety and happiness to every friend. When the moon rose, Zhuangzhuang was still counting the stars with his friends. His figure was long in the moonlight, like a warm little lighthouse on the grassland. The grassland is quiet, with only the chirping of insects and the laughter of friends floating in the wind. Because of Zhuangguang, this grassland has become more and more lively and warm. Such days are sweeter than sweet berries and more comfortable than soft feathers.